Good afternoon. What a beautiful fall day. This week was really trying for me, but as always, God put me through. I'm feeling better. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you for your prayers, guys, and thank you for just keeping me in your thoughts. Today, I have on my favorite set of jewelry. By now, you should know with my healing rose quartz jewelry set. I have a pink dress, winter dress that I had on. It's my sister's birthday. I took her out for lunch, for brunch earlier. So I'm coming to you with this message: soulmate or trouble, you decide. So in my late teens, before I met my husband, I was dating a guy who lived overseas. He lived in Europe. He he would come visit me every 2 months, sometimes more. Like for instance, he was pursuing his second master's. So for instance, after the holiday, like the last 2 weeks of December, he would be here, but he would have to leave to complete his exam. So, but he would pop right back up. Like his birthday is January 6th, mine is the 13th. We're both Capricorn. He'll just sneak back in for my birthday a little bit and go back and sneak in for Valentine's Day. What I mean by sneaking without letting me know, just show up. I'm on the phone with him. Next thing, can you open your door? So sweet. So this guy, he's tall and slim, just like I loved him. Very handsome. 3 years older than myself. And I kid you not, we were on the phone every day. Not on the phone, we were communicating throughout the day, at least 16 hours a day. He would be on the phone with me until I fall asleep. He would be the first to wake me up. And in between, there was no FaceTime then. It was Skype, so we'll be on Skype together. And Messenger too, and Facebook, all that good stuff. So this guy is so sweet. Every time he come in and he saw me, he had goodies for me. But the other side of that also, one thing that he always brought is chocolate. Enough chocolate supply until he came back next time. Is always bragging about me. When he was here in the country, he would pay for everything that needed to be paid at the time. Very alpha, very manly, Capricorn. Mind you, this is a guy that never held a job. Then he never worked a day in life. Yeah, being supported by his dad, good thing that he had it that way. So while being in Europe, excuse me, he will be there, and if I have a rough day, he will send me flowers. How sweet is that? That he would go online, order flowers from the other side of the world for them to get delivered to me. It would be at school or at one of my jobs. At the time, I was taking 7 classes, working 3 jobs, putting myself through my 2 year in business technology. So, and when he was here, he would cook for me, very sweet, make breakfast, lunch, dinner, and then at night he would pack me lunch for the next day, only to show up at work and ask me out, for lunch. I'm like, oh my God, this is so sweet. And I had a roll-on bag on campus. Don't judge me. He would walk around with that. That's the guy who didn't mind walking around with your backpack or your purse. He didn't mind at all, as long as it made you smile and it took the weight off of you. I shared my story with him, and he was like, oh my God, I'm going to make sure I'm going to take care of you. You'll drive a car that no other women will. He's from Burkina Faso like myself. And we just had plans for a lifetime together. We got engaged. So the other side is that can be controlling, jealous, and possessive. For instance, when I post a picture on Facebook and people are liking it, guys, it's like, oh my God, who's that person? Somebody that I probably knew growing up, because I lived in Libya, I lived in India. Oh, why is he liking your picture? Because it's a nice picture. I'm like, you don't have anything to worry about, because they're liking my picture, but I'm with you. They can look, but they can't touch. But as I get older, I'm learning that when people are insecure like that, it's nothing wrong with you when they get a little bit intimidated by your confidence. Is because they're insecure. It's nothing to do with you. And also, when he was here, when my phone rang, he would pick up, hi, this is Aisha's fiance. At first, that was so cute. I'm like, oh. But then I'm like, why are you picking up my phone? Are you paying for my phone bill? It's like, do I need to pay for your phone bill to pick up your phone? No, the principle is that it's not your phone. I don't pick up your phone. Or when he would always be on the phone with me regardless. Sometimes I would be at work or in class, he would call me. He's like, that's fine, keep doing what you're doing, I just want to hear your surrounding, know what's going on, control. So I'll be on the phone. I'll be on the phone with him. One time I had a group project with guys only. I don't do females, they're too much drama. They're like, are you serious? He needs to get in the plane and be here now, or stop that already. And another time I have my Brazilian friend. They're known to be crazy, right? We're out. She took me out because I really had a rough week. And he was like on the phone with me the whole time. She took the phone. She's like, dude, she's looking for a boyfriend, not a dad. You are overly controlling. Stop that already. And she dropped the phone on him. And also, they don't like you to be around certain people. Towards the end of our relationship, I was connected with a Christian. I got back to Christianity. I had a relationship with Christ when I was younger, like 11, and then I had to stop going to church. But now that I reconnect, it's like, no, some people are so poor that all that they have is God. So pretty much, I was a trophy girlfriend, fiance, and he was my God. I have a history of being a trophy girlfriend, wife, or fiance, and he was my God. This could have never worked. So, the fact that he didn't believe in God just astounded me. It's like, yeah, that's just people who are so poor. So I was like, I was reconsidering that. And early on in our relationship, one time I didn't pick up the phone because I noticed that he's too controlling. I'm here trying to do homework and stuff, but it's always about you. If I don't pick up, it's a why, where. So I'm like, early on I made up, I'm like, this is not gonna work. So let me just leave him alone. I went without picking up his phone calls. He called me 100 times, 100 missed calls in an hour. When I didn't pick up, his mom at the time had ovarian cancer. He killed her. He's like, no, my mom is dead. He texts me, my mom is dead. I need your emotional support. So I pick up. And now the argument becomes, why didn't you pick up? Why did I have to kill my number? I'm like, why would you say that when she's like, no, I wanted you to pick up. So you're dealing with two Capricorn right here. We are stubborn. So I'm determined not to pick up, and he's determined for me to pick up. So he's like, we are both party animal, believe it or not. When we're not at the office burning the midnight oil, we party like nobody's business. So we had a lot of fun, not partying. But, I outgrew that after 2 years. I was thinking about settling down, having kids. I don't want to party for the rest of my life. So one time, we went to get his money order. We were at Giant. And I dared ask him how much his dad sent him. He yelled at me so roughly that the manager so much is like, you'll have to apologize to her, otherwise I'm calling the cops. I'm like, he speaks French, he lives in France, he's not from here. He's like, I don't care, anybody knows how to say sorry. And he's like, if he doesn't say sorry, I'm calling the cops. And then he pulled me to the side. I said, sweetie, if this is who you want to be with, you want to reconsider that, because one day this guy will put his hands on you. I'm like, what? He will put his hands on me? No. But okay, anyways. I just went on with that. This is the guy who was on me on the phone for 16 hours, right? That communication started the last time he came, we got engaged, he proposed. He met my dad also, and everything was fine. They both like each other. I guess up to today, my dad still calls him son-in-law. I would have no way to know. I'm not in touch with either one. But so the plan was what? He was supposed to come here. He was a trader. We were supposed to both move to New York and, start a life there together. So somewhere along the way, he realized, I cannot start a family. I'm not working. I'm okay with that, because all along your dad was supporting you. But somewhere along the way, his manhood caught up to him, and he was like, wow, I can't do that. So instead of him to speak, because guys internalize things, he just got caught. I'm like, okay. When communication decreases, one thing about me is like, when I notice a shift in behavior, a shift that's going on for quite a period of time, I let that go, because, this is me making my way out slowly. Because guys don't break up with you. While they're doing whatever that it is they're doing, they want to make sure that they have you on stamp. That's how I felt. I'm like, you stamping me here with a ring. The communication is getting less and less. So I'm like, I was on the phone with him long enough to send him his Swarovski crystal earrings. He's all about that flashy lifestyle, name brand. His name brand purses and his wedding ring. His engagement ring. I sent that. And once that was clear out of the way, I just cut all contact with him. I had to change my number 3 times. The guy hacked my Facebook. He hacked my emails. I have email accounts that were shut down because of him, because I dared leave him, because he was being distant and things were changing. And guys don't like that. I hurt his ego by sending everything back. But one thing about me, I'm not a lazy woman. I can always go work and make my own money, buy myself things. The only value these things had is that they were from him. It's the sentimental value. This is for my fiance. This is my husband to be. This is who I want to do life with. We had a life plan, where we're going to live, where we're going to retire, the cars we're going to drive, the jobs we're going to work, even our children's name. Another thing, while I was dating him, this is my first and last time and only time ever being on birth control. So I was doing the depot shot. You get a shot on your butt every 3 months. So sweet the first time, extra sweet the second time. The third time, all hell broke loose. I was on my period for 1 year, day by day. 1 year. I was at my lowest ever health-wise. I was 88 pounds. I looked sick. You think I'm skinny now? I literally had skin on bones. I looked sick. And I was anemic. Doctors were just looking at me like, yeah, you got to pick yourself up. You got to be anxious. Where was he? I was left alone to pick up that slack. I had to go through that alone. So as I'm retracing the pain, the root of my womb, God is putting me back into these experiences. So guys, I want you to be wise enough to see that even if somebody can look like everything, does the good outweigh the bad? Are they there for you emotionally? How are they? How do they behave when you don't agree? How do they behave when you're not around? Do they pick up on things? Are they upfront? Are they forthcoming? I want you guys to learn, because being in a relationship can cost you your life. So back to you guys. You decide. Was he my soulmate, or was he just trouble? Thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned for the full hairstyle and outfit. Follow me on Instagram at Aisha for His Glory. Don't forget to follow my Facebook page, Dress for Success with Aisha. I'll talk to you guys soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah.